So what do you want to be? Are they trash or psycho? What do you want to be?
I'll do psycho because I like emotional manipulation.
Oh no.
Hi, and welcome to Nice to Meet You, your comedy podcast where two Asian friends try to be funny
Hey!
about stuff.
Yes.
I'm your host, Evelyn Mock.
I'm your co-host, Nigel Ng. Yes.
Yay.
Apologies for the shitty studio, guys. It's a work in progress. But my plan is to have a little light there, a wall light. You see the wires coming out the wall. That's where the wall light will go. Two of them. You can't see the other one, but you'll see them in the Uncle Roger videos. And then I will have a little neon sign here, you know, to TBC, what the neon sign says. So leave a comment down below.
Oh my God.
What?
But why did you choose white for your studio?
Well, the thing is, Uncle Roger, as an Asian uncle, have you seen any other color in a middle-aged Asian person's house? Have you seen any other color?
I've seen like green. You know, like lime green?
Yes, I've seen that. If those are the two options, white and lime, I'm going to go white. Maybe cream, you know, some people have cream.
I think the lime green would match really well with your orange polo.
Ew.
You'd
Gross
look like
me out.
You look like you'd be in Asia.
I kind of want my house to still have value on the market, Evelyn. So you paint lime green on your walls, it instantly reduces by half the property value.
Yeah. People just can't see past color.
Yeah.
They can't see past a paint color.
Exactly. It's so good.
So
they
funny.
see past skin color, which is nice.
No, they don't. They can't see past. That's the thing. They can't see past color. If it comes to paint, rather if it's wall or if it's skin. My God, it took so long for me to get that sentence out.
I thought you were a
Even a
comedian.
sentence.
You should be good at putting words together. Words together.
Nigel, I'm so tired.
I know you're moving. I know it's not just me who's moving. Yeah,
I've moved. Yes, this week I've moved, and
Ooh.
I did it the opposite way of Nigel.
Mm-hmm.
I did not hire movers. Instead, I had my parents.
So what do you think? What do you think of that?
Yes, I should have gotten movers.
See, a few episodes ago, it's like, Nigel, it depends what you prioritize in life. Is your lifestyle is very different now. You know, some people don't have the extra 300 pounds to spend. You know.
Well, I don't. And in Sweden, it's like a lot more expensive. It's like 150 per hour.
Yeah,
or something.
You only need 3-4 hours, really. And also, your rent is cheap in
so.
Sweden.
Yeah, it's cheap in Sweden.
Yeah, they're fast. The packers are so fast, man. Trust me.
Oh, but it would have been that I pack. That's not including packing. That's just like moving. And the car. Yeah, that's just moving and the car. And it's like, so I would have had to do all the packing still. And then they
Nigel,
just
I can't believe you have someone pack for you. I can't believe it.
I still stand by it.
So
however,
what you save in money, you lose in lifespan for dealing with the stress.
It was so stressful.
Your life is now 20 minutes shorter than it would have been.
Oh my God. Yeah, it is. Yeah. I mean, my parents, God love them. Like, I love my parents. They're very good parents. They were so helpful because I had to work this week as well at the same time as moving. I didn't plan very well. So my mom came over and she packed my kitchen for me, which was really, really nice of her. And yesterday when I was unpacking everything, she had wrapped every individual plate in newspaper.
That is
individually.
Best practice. Yeah. The movers did that with me too.
Yeah, and I was like, when I did that, I was like, oh my God, my mom loves me so much.
No, she loves the plates. She loves the plates.
She does, yeah. She's like, this girl is going to drop this box. It's not going to go well. But it was like, she was so nice. And my dad's like, he's also like just been like driving back and forth between the old house and new house. So my parents are great. However, oh my God, the most stressful move ever because they're Asian and they just won't stop talking. they just won't stop talking and like just criticizing everything. And like my mom, I was like, okay, and this is how cheap my mom is. So everything in the apartment, she was like, is this yours? Is this yours? Is this yours? And I'm like, Mom, everything that's mine, I've packed. Like everything that's left now is the apartment.
Tried to steal.
She basically, and you know what? Yesterday when I was unpacking, I saw that she had taken like the plug for the sink, and I was like,
what?
I was like, this belonged to the apartment.
Stealing sink plugs.
She stole sink plug, and then also in the apartment, I left like the toilet roll, like half of the toilet roll, and she saw it, and then she was like, Evelyn, I really think you should go back and get that toilet roll, and I was like, Mom. It's half a toilet roll. And also when people move, they never anticipate toilet paper. So it's a nice thing to leave it. And she was like, no, I think you should get it. And I was like, oh my God. This is beyond Asian. This is like specifically my mom.
Yeah.
She's so cheap.
She's just not a nice person.
My mom's a nice person, but she's also very, very cheap.
Yeah.
And I think it's because, so basically, oh my God, my cousins, I was talking to my cousins because my aunt is exactly the same. And so we were talking about it. And one of my cousins, she's gone back to India with my aunt. And they went to where my family grew up, basically. And they were 8 kids. And basically, she just filmed. It was just like a room. It was just like one room. And it was like maybe probably smaller than the room you're in.
Wow.
But it was just like one, like your studio, but like just the part where we were filming.
Oh,
like that
shit.
big.
Oh, my studio flat. Yeah.
In Hammersmith, yeah.
Wow.
So not your kitchen, not even your bed thing. So, and they were 8 people living there. And then my cousin told me, and she showed me the film. And then we were like, oh yeah, okay, we get why they are the way they are. Because they were so impoverished for a little bit when they were younger. And 8 siblings, I think you have to like kind of fight to get what you want.
Yeah.
So that's why they
But
hold
you're
on
in
to
Sweden now, Evelyn's
I
mom.
know.
You're in Sweden. You made it. Enjoy it. Rub it into your Indian family. Tell them, look at, oh my God, toilet paper. My daughter is so rich. She doesn't leave toilet paper for other people.
That was her argument. She was like, you're so rich, huh? You're so rich?
I'm like,
you're so rich you're going to leave toilet paper?
Yeah, Mom. I'm so rich. Why don't you work a bit harder?
my God.
It can be like me one day, Mom. I don't scrounge for toilet paper. That's your lifestyle, Mom. That's your lifestyle. My daughter has made it.
Yeah, that's me, like just flies of toilet paper.
Yes.
Making it rain.
Swishing it, yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Why don't you ask Francis to, be a proper breadwinner for a second there?
Excuse me. My father was very much a proper breadwinner. Even went to Norway when he couldn't find a job in Sweden.
Oh.
And only saw his family on the weekend for about a year. So.
That sounds pretty nice, actually. To only need to see your family once a week.
Yeah, probably.
That sounds nice. Yeah. Respect to your dad. How's the other family coming along? Does he have an illegitimate family you just found out about? Some Asian parents are so good. You only find out about their other family when they pass away. I have friends who found out.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Only after the dad passed away, dad is like, oh, that turns out there's this other family that reached out to them all along. Yeah.
What?
Or I had another friend. They found out one day that his dad had another 2 other kids with a prostitute. Yeah, that
the same one.
Yeah, same prostitute. Yeah.
Wow.
So,
but the thing is, if my dad had another family, he's abandoned them because he's always with us. Like, he's always with us. But like, how did like those people, their parents weren't just around as much, or?
How did they find out? Or what?
Yeah, or like,
how do they deal with
wonder
it growing
how
up?
you maintain, how do you maintain 2 families? Because you have to either be less present with one of the families, right?
Yeah, you take turns, or you just, one of the families just have to have an absent father. It's fine. People deal with it.
That's what I mean.
People deal with it. It's fine. It's not going to be the first time it's happening,
That's so fascinating.
Yeah, men are trash. Is it trash, though, to want to fuck multiple women?
Yeah, men are trash. Oh my gosh.
It's
That's
all right.
so
We are
funny.
trash. You guys are psycho. It's the same thing. The world is shit. The world is shit. You're gonna be a shit person anyway.
Oh my
You know?
gosh. Yeah. I think yeah, that's true. Men
Yeah.
are trash, women are psycho.
So what do you want to be? Are they trash or
Yeah.
psycho? What do you want to be?
I'll do psycho because I like emotional manipulation.
Oh no. Crazy. I'd rather be trash. Trash is fun. But where did you move to? Is it a nice place?
I mean, okay, so I think I've moved to a worse place.
Oh no. What's happening to you, man?
I
just picked up my Tesla this week. You know, I just go to drive to my new gym now.
Our lives are going like this.
But it's by choice. You chose to move in there. It's not like you had to.
Well, okay, so basically where I was, the apartment that I was in, which I really, really liked, and the area I really liked, it was a temporary contract. Mm-hmm. So in Sweden, here, instead of private landlords, we have real estate, like companies that issue contracts. And so the contract that I got there, it was temporary. And so I would have had to move in December. But I actually have a contract in Sweden here in this place, this apartment.
Okay.
But I'd rented it out I subletted it to a guy. But then he himself got a contract. It's so complicated.
Yeah.
So he left. So he left 3 months earlier than he was supposed to. And so I was like, all right, I have to move in December anyways. I'll just move now. However, I regret it because this apartment is a lot smaller. It's a lot colder because the central heating is controlled by the property managers. So they haven't turned it on. And I'm like, I feel like a Victorian child, like about to die of the cold in the Victorian times because it's so cold. And then, so I moved here. However, this house, it's basically what they call bachelor pads. Like if you translate it literally. So they're quite small, but they're very well planned. So I'm sitting in about like 34 square meters. You'll have to Google to get the square feet. And it's divided into 1 bedroom and like a kitchen and living room space. And so it's really well planned. But they're filled up, and it's like a lot of them in this house. Because we're in the harbor area where the sailors used to work in Gothenburg. So every time they went out sailing, they would leave. And then when they came back, they would stay in these bachelor pads, basically. So like 2 weeks at a time or a month at a time. But then they turned this into regular living accommodation. Okay. However, it's like a mixture. So it's regular living situation, but they also have like a social worker office in the building on the bottom floor. So half of the apartments are for people who need extra help. So like for people who have come through the social working office or who have like a physical handicap. So that's half of the apartments. And so my neighbors are interesting.
Tell us. What are they?
Well, basically, it's like you can tell the people who maybe have come through the office. But basically,
you can tell who the weird ones are. Something off about them. It's sailors and crazy people. Let's just put it that way.
Okay, so when I moved here, because my brothers lived here as well.
Okay.
So like a week before I moved here, he just went, oh, by the way, yeah, on your floor, there's this woman. Sometimes she gets really drunk and she starts yelling and then she just like falls asleep in the hallway. But she's fine. She's not violent. And I was like, okay. And then he's like, oh, yeah. And your next door neighbor, he smokes weed. So, yeah, but he's really nice. I was like, okay, cool, dude. And then my brother, actually, he's lived here for so many years, but he actually got in a fight here. So the woman who apparently drinks a lot and then falls asleep in the hallway, she was in an abusive relationship with a man. And that man was being physically abusive towards her. outside. And so a few other neighbors and my brother stepped in to like help her. And so the guy punched my brother. And
Oof.
he punched the other people as well. So it became a whole thing. And then they had to go to court and all of that stuff. And then the guy, the man who was abusing his girlfriend, he got kicked out, which was great. But she's still here. And so, so that happens here.
Wow.
So I was like, okay. And then
you should go up to them. You should go up to them both and be like, you know what you guys need? You guys need therapy. You guys need therapy.
Better help.
Yes. Who's not a sponsor, unfortunately.
Yeah,
I wish.
Yeah.
Don't go to their website this episode. Don't go.
Go to the other people we're gonna mention.
Manscaped. This episode. Manscaped.
Manscaped.
It's coming. But
in the move, my mom was like, "What is this?" And it was Manscaped, and I was like, nothing, Mom. Give me. She's like, why? What does Manscaped mean? She saw the t-shirt. I was like, oh, please don't read. Please don't read the line about the balls. I was like, no. Oh, gosh.
Go up to your neighbor. You don't need to turn to the drink. You just need therapy. I know your husband hits you, and to be honest, I would too if my wife was drunk and slept on the porch all the time. It's kind of annoying, but...
Nigel!
What is that to do? It's like, okay, honey, I've told you so many times, please don't sleep in the hallway. Please, it makes me look bad, and it's not good for you. It's not safe.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's definitely the conversation they were having.
So, as you were saying, the crazies in your flat.
The crazies in my flat.
Okay, listen.
Nigel.
So, you this flat was gonna be empty for 3 months. You know, you're basically getting paid 3 fewer months of rent, right? So, how much is 1 month of rent for this flat? How much were you losing per month if they weren't here?
It's about $380 or something.
$380. So 3 months worth of rent is $1,000. So you saved $1,000, but you have to live with some crazy. Is that trade-off worthwhile? If I said, hey, let me give you £1,000 right now, but you live with like abusive people who might hit you, and weed smells coming through, and you can't control the heating, you know? Let me give you £1,000. Want to do that for 3 months?
Yeah, okay, I wouldn't have.
Yeah.
I would have said no. However, the thing is, I would have had to move at the end of the year anyways. So it was better to move now than to move like during snow season. I was thinking. But you're right, Nigel. You're right.
You're trying to save too much money, man. You might get hit by the crazy husband. What are you gonna do?
He's not here anymore. He's kicked out. He's been kicked out.
He knows where she lives. He knows where she lives.
That's so bad.
Hey. I'm not the one you want to hit. Hit her. You remember your wife? Oh, she's on the porch right now. Go hit her. You don't have to go to court if you hit her. Don't hit me, man. Don't hit me. I'm on your side.
Terrible.
I mean, it's self-defense. You're not going to fight him, you know.
Who knows?
Hey, I'm on your side. Yes, she deserves to be hit. I'm on your side. There she is.
Okay.
Listen, I don't condone domestic abuse, but if I had to choose between that crazy woman getting hit, drunk woman getting hit, or you getting hit, I'm choosing the drunk woman getting hit.
That's so nice of you, Nigel.
That is, how I express my friendship. I'm teaching you how to get the abusive husband to hit that woman instead of you.
Oh, yeah. I bet a guy would respond really well to just me reasoning with him.
No, it's not reasoning. You need to be on his side. I'm like, yeah, hit that bitch. Hit that bitch, boy. Oh, God. Like, take my baseball bat. Hit her for me. That's how. If the beating, obviously, the best case scenario if he never shows out and never hits anyone ever again. But least worst option. I'm all about the least worst option. If he had to hit somebody.
Why is it that every episode we get into domestic abuse?
You brought it up.
I just told you about it. You don't have to riff off of that one. Oh, God.
What, riffing off the weed smoker? That's not fun.
Okay, so I'll tell you about another one, see if you can riff off that. So while we were moving in, there's this man, basically you can't smoke in your apartment, so you have to go downstairs. So he went downstairs, smoked, and then he went upstairs again. And then 5 minutes later, he came down again and smoked, and then went upstairs again. And then 5 minutes later, he came down again and smoked, and then went upstairs again. And so I was like, oh shit, this is what you do.
You live in a mental asylum, Evelyn. What are you doing? I know rent is cheap, but it's because it's a mental asylum. That's the cheapest way you get anywhere. Mental hospital is free.
Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, it's
what have you done? You just need to put some foam pads on your wall to complete the look.
To complete the look
the
of Scandi
mental asylum look, you know? Put some throws,
to be quite honest,
neutrals.
To be quite honest, a Scandi mental hospital would probably look like this, or like a Scandi prison would probably look like this as well. We have very humane prisons here, so it would probably look pretty much like this.
So he just smokes every 5 minutes.
He goes down and smokes every 5 minutes, and I'm like, dude, why don't you just stand here and keep smoking? Why are you going up and down? It's so weird.
Is there like a walkway? Like an outdoor walkway?
No. So there is like an atrium. There's an atrium. So it's like so the building is like a square shape, but in the middle they've created an atrium. But I'm not sure you can get into the atrium.
The atrium's an outdoor space?
Yeah.
Oh, Swedish apartments always have that. And it's very depressing because the outdoor space is essentially you're surrounded by a building. It feels like a jail.
Really?
Yeah, because you're in the middle of this. There's some grass there, sure, but then it's like a 4-story block, like all four sides of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
it's just how
that's
it's
true.
built. I guess just how it's built. Apartments in Sweden.
Yeah, it's how they're built. I mean, well, not all of them, but like a lot of the ones from this era, which is like, what is this era? 70s maybe? So it's like, it's really weird because also my parents' house, they had an atrium too. Like we had an atrium and then they rebuilt it and made it like they made it a room instead because it's like, we just had a hole in the middle of the house and we were like, this is stupid. So it's, I don't know why it is. They just wanted some kind of nature thingy to be in there, I guess.
Yeah,
like
ask
the architects then.
Smoker to smoke in the atrium. Ask all the crazies who hang out in the atrium.
In the atrium, so we know where they are.
Yeah. And then lock them from the inside.
Another thing that's really, like they're renovating here because they're trying to make this place nicer.
Oh, wow. So the crazies who won't even notice it.
They won't notice it.
So she can fall asleep on a nicer porch. You know?
Exactly. More comfortable porch.
Oh, this hardwood floors now. Ooh, let me just get drunk and fall asleep here. Let me hit my wife instead of a linoleum floor. Let me hit my wife on a nice hardwood, on a nice pine flooring. Wouldn't you, as your head hits the ground because I just punched you, wouldn't you rather your head hit some nice antique oak instead of laminate? You know? Wouldn't you like that? You can smell the original features of the wood because you're just, bleeding and drooling.
Bleeding and drooling? Okay.
But yes, if I mean, it's nice that they're renovating.
You keep saying but I don't know.
What, you don't know what domestic abuse is? You know domestic abuse. I'm not saying I've experienced it, but it's a thing that happens to people.
Oh gosh, yes.
I hope the guy doesn't come hit you. In all seriousness, I hope he doesn't come hit you.
Thank you, Nigel. That's so nice.
And it's sad that I guess you have to hear the noise of renovation, right?
That's the thing. Like, I'm going to show you. Now, they're renovating here, and this is literally what I wake up to every day. Because essentially they're renovating different apartments, and they are renovating the special care apartments.
Oh.
So there's one either side of me, and one opposite me. So they are renovating. So it's like I'm like, why am I here?
Yeah, to save 1,000 pounds.
Well, it's also I've had this apartment a long time, so I have accumulated a lot of queuing time. And in Sweden, you can use your queuing time to trade apartments.
Yeah, you have a fucked up housing system there.
Yeah. It's kind of, it's bad.
Rent control is bad. So I heard some people, I was hanging out with a bunch of like posh British people. It's a few months ago now. And I know this person talking, she was just really came from a rich family and she works in banking. So she's rich as well. She just moved into Hackney. So she's essentially gentrifying the place, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, I feel a little bit guilty about it, but I just think they should implement some sort of rent control. No, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Rent control will not work. The only thing that works is building more supply. So, yeah. But anyway, you don't have to get a housing policy. It's a way of like white people trying to, assuage their white guilt. Like rich white people, I guess. But it's sad that you have to hear the drilling noise, renovation noise. But it's sad because you hear it, but it's not your house.
It's not my house.
It's some other crazy person's house.
I know, and I keep walking by. I'm like, oh, they're making it really nice.
Yeah.
And then I have to go back to my linoleum, and I'm like, oh, they're getting hardwood. Fuck. Like, it's so annoying.
Yeah.
But
I'm in the same boat. I hear like some drilling and stuff, but it's my house, so that's nice.
Yeah, it's your house.
And my mom listens to the podcast, right? So she said, she knew from last week's episode that I was renovating and decorating the place. She said, oh, Nigel, this house is not going to be a forever home. Don't spend too much money on it because, you're not going to be here forever. Don't spend any money on the renovation. But my logic is then when can you spend money to make a house look nice? Let's say I'm 30. If I don't make my house look nice now, and say in a few years' time, say 5-6 years' time, hopefully, you're going to have kids. Yeah. When you have kids, you can't make your house look nice because the kids will scratch the walls, will scratch the furniture, they'll draw on it, they put their feet everywhere.
What kind of kids do you have? Scratch the walls.
Babies don't care that you use Pharaoh and ball.
Babies don't scratch the walls.
They do. When they're learning how to walk.
They'll paint on the walls.
Oh, yeah, they shit on the walls. They vomit, whatever. They're gonna.
God, what kind of babies have you interacted with?
You can't have children if you want to have a nice place, okay?
Yeah.
So at 36, at that time, I still can't get a nice place. Okay. So you have to wait till they grow up. Let's say 15 years if you haven't had multiple, whatever. 15 years. Okay, I'm 50 years old now. Okay, now I can have a nice place. Oh, no, now I'm retiring. Okay, maybe I should downsize a bit. So when can you ever have a nice place? Like before you die? Your forever home? Is that the last home? Like, so you're 80 and you're like, oh, all right, put some cornicing on there. I can't walk. I need a diaper to shit in and piss in, but put some cornicing on there. I want to look nice now. Finally, let me enjoy my last 2 years of my life in this nice house.
It is true. Like my friends, Sohan and Petter, they were what they were calling double income, no kids.
Mm-hmm.
DINK. A dink, exactly. Yeah. They were dinks. They were dinks. And that's the time you can have nice things.
Yeah.
So you are in the right age group to have nice things. No,
I'm a sink. Things. Single income, no kids. I'm a sink. I wish I were a dink.
Yeah.
I wish I were a dink. But no woman wants to dink with me, So I'm a sink. God. I'm a sink.
You're a sink.
Yeah.
You are a sink. I'm a sink too, but I haven't put it to use.
Well, before when lockdown started, I was a zinc, zero income, no kids. So
true.
I think you're right. This is the time to make your house look nice.
It is the time to make your house look nice. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, I understand Asian parents though, because your mom is probably like my parents. Like my parents, they've renovated their house twice. Once when we moved in when I was 2, and then once when I was like 10. And then they haven't done anything to it. So it's been like 23 years since they renovated.
You gotta treat themselves, man.
Like, yeah.
Instead of asking your mom to scrounge for toilet paper, buy her like an interior design book or something, Buy her a nice little book.
She just used the pages to like pack, to wrap other dishes in. She'd use the pages to like do stuff on.
Yeah. But it's
that's funny.
I don't want to delay gratification that long.
Yeah.
I think it's Asian mentality. We're gonna get rid of it. Be bougie. Life is short.
Don't you find it interesting what we have to unlearn from our childhood and our parents?
Yeah.
And this is one of the things, I think.
It's a little bit too, even when I talk to my friends, some of my friends, I'm friends with a lot of Asian people. Some are more Asian than others. And sometimes I'm like, Yeah, there's a clash there sometimes. I'm like,
Yeah.
enjoy yourself, man. Just buy that couch. If you like it, buy it. Like, no,
Yeah.
it's too expensive. I can't splurge on this. Just go in debt. It's not that big a deal. Just go in debt.
Just go.
That's not that bad.
I mean, it's a little bad, right?
A mortgage is debt. You know, reasonable debt helps you achieve your goals. Right?
True.
Yeah. Credit card, you know, sure, try to pay it off every month. But in a couple of months you don't pay it off, that's okay. That's okay.
So what does your mom want you to spend money on instead?
I don't know. She doesn't want me to spend money, period.
Yeah.
On nothing. I should ask her, hey, Mom, what do you think I should spend money on? I wonder what the answer would be. No, save it.
For what? What? And then you ask her for what?
Yeah, I don't know. Fear. You'll be sick one day. You're not going to be able to work one day. Yeah, that is true. That is true. But if I'm sick and I can't work and can't enjoy my life, a big bank account doesn't bring me any joy.
Oh, why?
You know what I mean?
Well, it brings you security. That's what she means.
Well, in the UK, there's a good welfare system. Also, I learned about this because my doctor friends came to stay over. So let's say you get really old and incapacitated, and then they have to send you to a nursing home. When they send you there, the payment is dependent on how much assets you have. If you have a lot of assets, they start taking your house, taking bit by bit from your house and stuff. So you want to end up with nothing before you get checked in, then you get it for free. So that's how it works here.
You have to go to Switzerland so you can keep your money there.
Oh, one day. Support for Rise to Meet You podcast is brought to you by our friends at Manscaped, the leaders in male grooming. And I use Manscaped. Join the 2 million men worldwide, including me, who trust Manscaped for their shower time routine by going to manscaped.com for 20% off plus free shipping with the code RICE.
Now.
Yes, Evelyn has moved and her mom found her Manscaped packaged.
She did. And I had to very quickly brush it away.
Listen, Mom, you know, sometimes, you know, when you go down on dad and then...
Nigel, please.
Don't you ever wish Dad shaved? Don't you ever wish Dad picked up a Manscaped shaver? Instead of a walk all the time. Like you hold the walk 10 hours a day, honey.
I wish I had a walk. I wish I had a walk so I could slap you.
Well, I trim my balls quite often. And I have to say, Manscaped is the safest razor I've used, you know?
And to be quite honest, I've sort of used the Manscaped ball deodorant as like a room cologne diffuser.
It's one of your money-saving hacks again. Who needs Joe Malone when you can have ball deodorant? And then people go into Evelyn's place, oh, it smells really good. What scent is that? What are you gonna say?
Ball deodorant.
Ooh, smells like bergamot.
It is. It's really citrusy and fresh. And so I was like, I mean, I could use it on myself, but I think I would like to infuse my room with it.
Basically, Evelyn's room smells like my balls.
Oh, gross. Now I gotta stop using it.
Yeah, I do use a deodorant as well. I use the ball wipes too.
Oh.
You know, yeah, and shaving in the shower is always very convenient. And Manscaped, the shaver is waterproof. It has a light, very useful.
It's like a little digger. You go and dig.
Yes. The ball deodorant is called the crop preserver. Yes.
The croppers. Oh God! I'm just saying, if you're not into the ball deodorant, give it to your girlfriend or give it to a woman in your life, and she can use it as a room infuser. It's really good. It lasts.
Use it as a refill.
Lasts.
Get a nice Joe Malone diffuser when it's finished.
Yeah. And then just put the Manscaped ball deodorant in there. Yeah.
The ladies will appreciate it. Clean balls, nice smelling room. And then when the woman takes your pants off, you're like, oh, your balls smell like the room. How'd you do it?
Yeah.
How'd you do it? Or you can go, oh, do you like the room scent, honey?
Oh, gross.
Do you like the room scent, honey?
Balls smell like the room.
Wait till you smell my balls. But yes, go to Manscaped, get 20% off plus free shipping with the code RICE at manscaped.com.
Yay.
That's 20% off plus free shipping with the code RICE at manscaped.com. Keep your balls trimmed, fresh, and clean with Manscaped.
And also, you can use the ball deodorant as a room infuser.
This week I did something cool. I went to see Hamilton.
Hamilton?
Yeah. The musical.
Oh, I'm so jealous you got to see Hamilton.
Is it that good? Is it? I don't know. I mean, I bought into the hype too much because I was expecting something amazing, but it's like,
It's one of the best musicals of like recent years.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Why?
I felt like, okay, the themes, sure, founding fathers, America, but to me it's still a bit obscure. I'm not American. I live here.
Okay, yeah, sure,
right?
Sure.
And then I feel like the diversity stuff, yeah, sure, it's nice, but it's an all black cast, one white guy, and ironically, the white guy section got the biggest claps because
it's the funny song.
He has the best song. It's the funniest and catchiest song, and also, musically, like when you watch a musical, I don't care how diverse it is. I just want to enjoy myself. And musically, nothing really caught me. Like,
really?
Afterwards, I was like, I'd rather watch ABBA, the musical. I know it's less cool. It's infinitely less cool. And I will probably wear a hat, so I don't want people to see that I'm watching and enjoying ABBA, the musical. But I'd rather see a musical of 4 Swedish people going on holiday. That's... Mamma Mia, it's catchy. Everybody can sing along. It's a fun time for the whole family. Here we go again,
You'd rather watch Mamma Mia than Hamilton.
Yeah. I'd rather watch, I don't know, like A Star is Born felt better. But okay, when I watch a musical, like, sure, you probably watch more musicals than I have. I've only watched a couple. But I'm thinking back to even, say Disney, the old school Disney animated movies, like Mulan, Hercules. Mm-hmm. When I watched them as a kid, I was humming the songs for like days after. It was so catchy. Musically, it's like orchestrated nice and well written, and they, tell a story with the song, whatever. But it's like fun. And after watching the film, I'll just go find the soundtrack to that. I'll Google it, YouTube it, whatever, listen to it. Hamilton, I finished it. I was like, I didn't even bother to look at the music afterwards. So, I don't know. What do you think?
I think Hamilton, I've only heard the soundtrack. I've been meaning to watch the show on Disney+. But I think Hamilton, the music is great. I think it's really, really good. I think, like, Lin-Manuel Miranda is really, really good songwriter. Like, it's really well written.
Is it better than Under the Sea?
It's better than Under the Sea. Oh my God.
But Under the Sea, I Make a Man Out of You, Reflection.
They're all okay. So what I'm hearing is like you like singles. Like they're all very catchy, poppy tunes that you could hear on the radio. I think.
Well, not really. Lion King, like not the Elton John renditions. Those are pop for the radio. But
he wrote them.
Yeah, but like in the musical, is in the Lion King movie itself, like Hakuna Matata. They're not gonna play it on the radio, right?
I heard it on the radio.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. What else? Circle of Life. They're not gonna play on the radio.
They play. That's like he released it as a single, didn't he?
Not the Elton John version, the actual version in the
But it's the same
film.
song. It's the same song.
It's a different arrangement. If a song is good enough, you can arrange it to become a pop song, become a single. But the reason Hamilton didn't have a single is because it just wasn't strong enough.
It's really well written. It's really
I don't
good.
know.
I remember the song.
I didn't go Under the Sea,
Take a break. Run away with me for the summer. Let's go upstate.
Yeah, 2 lines. That was quite. I was this melody sounds pleasant. Where is this going? And then it just went nowhere. It just went nowhere.
A toast to the groom, to the groom, to the groom, to the groom,
is
to the
it
bride,
catchy?
to the bride, from your sister Angelica, who is always by your side. To your union.
I rest my case. That versus
that we provide. May you always.
All right, enough. It's
be
terrible.
Satisfied.
Terrible music. compared to Under the Sea.
Rewind. Yeah, Under the Sea.
It's catchy. You know?
I see what you're saying.
I didn't like it. I think it's very overhyped.
Hamilton had a really big cultural impact because of the time that it went up in theaters and how they did the casting, of course, and the story of Hamilton, because it's really an immigrant story. And so during that time in America, like immigration was such a big topic, especially, and also the fact that they had a black president, like President Obama, who had this like background. It's like, so like the cultural relevance of a musical that was this, like just the fact of how they cast it, and then also that it was a musical that featured like rap, and also the fact that the story of Hamilton is that he's an immigrant, but he's one of the founding fathers of America. Like that's such a poignant thing. Okay.
So
and the
all
fact
the
that
hype...
it hit the theaters then, like it was just like the right show at the right time, I would say.
Okay.
And so you can't deny the cultural impact.
Yeah,
that
I'm not denying it, but I'm saying
in America,
the hype is not music based. And when I watch a musical, really, I just want to.
It is music. It is though.
The things you just described.
You can have hype.
Immigrant story. It wasn't music based.
But you need to have the chops to. You can have hype, but you need to have the chops to back it up. And he definitely has the chops to back it up. Like the music's really, really well written and good.
Okay.
And like the way it tells the story.
Subjective. I prefer Under the Sea.
Yeah. Yep. Of course, you prefer Under the Sea. Oh, okay. It's just, but I think it's not as, obviously it's not as poppy. It's not like mainstream. It's not something you'd hear on the radio. And so, but it's, when you listen to it, it's like, it's so good. It just, I
listened to it
really, really
and I watched it. And I thought you watched it, but you haven't watched it. You just put on a CD in the background.
Yeah, that's how good it is. Yeah. I've only heard the soundtrack, and I keep repeating the soundtrack, but also it's like from the soundtrack, I'm like, oh, I know the show. But I'm gonna watch it on Disney Plus, because it's so difficult to get tickets to it. Or it was.
Also, 90-pound tickets. I expected something, I don't know. I expected to enjoy it a little bit more.
But don't you think that you've been the victim of hype?
Yeah.
You know, like
I am.
when yeah.
So can I get my money back? Can I get my money back?
Tweet at Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Yeah.
Uncle Roger wants his money back.
Can I exchange that ticket for Mamma Mia?
That's so funny.
Or School of Rock?
That
would be a fun time for everybody.
I can't believe you've watched Hamilton and you're like, can I get a ticket to School of Rock?
Yeah, why can't I say I don't enjoy Hamilton?
Yes,
why?
you can say that. You can say that. Of course you can.
Oh
my God.
All right.
That's so...
What?
You just watched one of the best shows of recent years.
You haven't even watched it. I think your opinion is formed from like Twitter or something, because I thought so too. I thought, oh, it's gonna be a great show. Everybody raves about it. Let's just go watch it. And then I changed my opinion now. It's okay. It's okay.
But
I see its cultural relevance and significance, but like that's not what I watch a show for. If you're a movie critic, musical critic.
But weren't you moved by it?
Not really.
I think musicals aren't.
Hamilton himself wasn't a super likable character.
Yeah.
So I found myself not really caring about his fate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I care more about I don't know, the white guy, the only white guy in the cast, the king. I'm like, what is he up to these days?
What does that say about you?
It says that he had the best songs. I didn't want him to die because I'm like, okay, he needs to come out and sing again. Better don't kill him. Don't kill him.
You cared more about the colonizer.
I cared
more about King George, the colonizer.
I care more about the person with the best song. If it's Hamilton with the best song, I'll care the most about him.
It's the best song because it's making fun of King George.
Yeah. that's fine. I don't care what the song's about. Like, sure, it makes fun of King George, whatever. It is making fun of King George. But it's catchy, it's funny. It's not politics. Oh, how many votes? I can't get it through Congress. The number of times I heard the word Congress. My God.
Nigel, you're like my mom when she goes to McDonald's and she complains about the food. It's like, you went and watched a musical about Alexander Hamilton,
that is fair.
who was a politician, and then you complain about it being about politics.
I didn't do my research. That is fair. But I kept wanting the white king to come out and sing more songs. Take over more countries, king, so he can sing more.
Yeah, actually, you know what? If anybody wants to write a musical about King George and all of the countries he's colonized, Nigel will be the first person to go watch it.
Great song. Go check it out. I don't know what it's called. What is it called?
It's they say
yeah.
What's it called? You'll Be Back. It's
Okay.
called.
Yeah,
it's
that's
so funny.
Best song. And I find it, and also it's not just me. The whole theater cheered the hardest for the white guy. So
it's the funniest song, and of course they would cheer because they're British and it's making fun of the Brits and the King George. So of course they'll cheer because they appreciate
good music. They appreciate good music.
the irony.
Yeah. No, they cheered before he started singing. When he appeared on stage, people cheered for him.
Because it's the king. It's the British king. And you saw it in Britain.
I know. It's probably that. But I was confused. I was like, all right, a bit ironic, isn't it? Like, all black cast, but you only cheer for the white guy. I don't like the optics here, guys. Hey, guys, can we cheer for the king like how we cheer for the other black people like after they sing? Let's not applaud the king before he sings. It's a bit weird. I got a bit uncomfortable. Why are we cheering the hardest for? I thought it was a cameo. I thought Daniel Radcliffe was doing a cameo. That's why he's like, whoa, you know. But it did make me a little bit uncomfortable. And so did my friend. I was like, yeah, it's a bit weird, isn't it? Why are we cheering so hard for the white guy?
Well, I think probably because, one, you're in Britain and that's the British character and they're making fun of King George. So that's one. Mm-hmm. Second, it is the funniest song, but also because it's poking fun of the Brits. Brits loves a bit of self-deprecation. And also, that song probably, like, that character has probably preceded his appearance or reputation because people know so much about Hamilton. And so I would presume that or assume that the Brits would know that they make fun of King George and the Brits in the show. And so when the only British character comes out, they cheer.
Okay, but when I make an Uncle Roger video, I want people to cheer for Uncle Roger, not Jamie Oliver. You know what I mean? That's how it felt. We're making fun of the king. Let's not cheer for the only white guy in the cast, please. Am I like am I at a rally? Why are we cheering the only white guy in the cast so hard?
Oh, gosh. This is, Nigel.
That's my critique, my critical analysis of Hamilton. Don't cheer. Why are you cheering for why the biggest cheer for the only white guy in the cast, you know?
You're so bad at analysis.
That's just what I felt when I was watching it.
Under the sea.
Yeah.
Under the sea.
The whole time I was like, wouldn't it be great if he started singing like Reflections?
You know, actually, I sang when I was in junior high. I went to a music class, and for my audition, I sang Reflection. A cappella with a really shaky voice. And one of the teachers, I think, got teary-eyed.
Because it was so bad, and she's like, what am I doing with my life? Why is this little child singing?
I know. It's so funny. I love it. I think I moved her though because she was like, "Oh gosh, this is how this girl feels about herself." Oh, so embarrassing.
All right.
I went into the audition with the paper and I was like, who is this girl I see staring straight back at me?
See? That
Why is my reflection?
That one song beats all of Hamilton's songs. You know? What have you been up to? Why are you so busy these days? Apart from the moving.
Well, I have a lot of work going on. I'm actually this is so bad. So I've come back to Sweden, and in Sweden I only have a pay-as-you-go phone.
Oh.
And so, but I'm getting a plan now, but I've ordered it. It's coming in a week. But I don't want to fill up my pay-as-you-go phone because I don't want to waste money. And so
this is Evelyn's
when people
theme.
call me, I can't answer people now.
This is how Evelyn comes up with topics for the podcast. You just try to save money.
I just try
in
to
like the way in a way that regular people don't do, and that's a topic for next week.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
next week, Evelyn's gonna be like, so I didn't want to buy toothpaste, so I had to learn how to make my own toothpaste.
A lot of baking soda.
So you can't call anyone.
So I can't call anyone. So people keep calling me, and if I miss the call, I'm like, oh well, that's cool. They'll call me back if it's important.
You have to use Wi-Fi to WhatsApp them.
Yeah. So I've just been trying to like WhatsApp people or like Instagram them, and then I'm like, hey, call me back. Just like it's so shitty, and like it's impeded me because I'm going to Stockholm on Monday to do my friend's pilot.
Oh, what show is it?
And he's doing a game show. He's doing a game show.
We need more game shows in this world, man.
We definitely do.
We don't need enough. We don't need any more singing shows.
We don't need more singing shows. I agree.
We need more game shows.
There are too many singing shows. We need more game shows.
Yeah. What happened to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? You know, that was the good old days.
Was that
game shows.
Did you watch that?
Yeah, I loved it going out of Malaysia. We had a Malaysian version.
Did you?
It's
what
like,
did they win?
okay,
Food? No, I'm kidding.
Hey, very funny. Very funny.
Was that funny or just offensive?
Yeah, it's both. That's the theme of the podcast, you know? Offensive.
Yeah.
Sometimes funny, but always offensive.
That is the theme of the podcast.
But yeah, it was ahead of its time, man. It's
Who
like,
Wants to
think
Be a
about
Millionaire?
it. Yeah, it was the only like game show that's not shiny and bright. It's actually like they dim all the lights down when the game starts, right? And it's tense, and you see people fail on TV, but it's a nice failing. It's still, you're not losing your family. They just fail, right?
Losing your
and then they
family.
call their friends who don't know shit, and you're laughing at how dumb their friends are. That their friend always picks up. I'm like, what kind of friend is that? That's a nice friend. I call my friend and never pick up.
I've seen one where they didn't pick up. And he lost his chance. Like he lost the thing, and he was so mad. The contestant.
That show is about how good friends you have. Like I feel envious now calling a friend and like okay goes to voicemail. Oh great. Can I WhatsApp a friend and like 2 hours later get the answer? You know. Can I voice note a friend? If you do Who Wants to Be a Millionaire now, it'd be a voice noting a friend.
That would be me. You would call me. I wouldn't answer. I wouldn't be able to call back because I don't have any money. I don't have any money on my thing.
And also, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire,
funny.
they dim the room down, then the music is like tense music. Do, 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 do. You know, they have the bass drum to simulate your heartbeat.
You remember the music?
Yeah, it's better than Hamilton, I tell you that.
It's not better than Hamilton. You like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire theme better than Hamilton.
Yeah, I remember it. It's catchy, and it works with the vibe.
Oh my gosh.
You know? You know? Remember that? As the lights go down.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah.
But I like, Jeopardy. Did you watch Jeopardy?
I've seen a few. Too Happy. See? No other TV show had that dark, moody, tense aesthetic. They need to bring it back.
Why would they have? I mean, so you didn't watch it for why you watched it? Why did you watch it?
With my family. It was just on TV. Yeah, for my family.
Yeah.
And then we were all like trying to see if we could get the right answer as well.
Do they ask like Malaysia specific questions in Malaysia?
They would ask like questions. I mean, a difficulty level. Yes, it's tuned to the Malaysian public. Yeah, but it's not Malaysian specific. You know, I remember the questions about like say the Pussycat Dolls. You know, or footballers, things Malaysians would know, right?
The Pussycat Dolls.
in terms of Western things, we don't know that much Western
You
stuff.
just know the Pussycat Dolls.
Yeah, we know the Pussycat Dolls.
Oh, that's hot.
Yeah, there are
That's
questions
funny.
about what are the questions about? Science questions. They're very general planets.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Planets.
Planets and shit. Yeah.
That's funny.
So yeah, I prefer. Is your friend show Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? We should bring that show back. It's fun. Also, I like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire too because it's just a game show. They don't masquerade as a comedy panel show. In the UK, they want to do a game show, but then there's like a comedy element to it. I'm like, no, just give me the game show. I want to watch a comedy show. I watch a comedy show.
Well, I mean, they have game shows. They have like University Challenge and stuff. That's not funny.
Okay.
I think.
Maybe I just don't know enough. I don't know enough.
Panels and game shows are different, aren't they?
Okay. I think that could work. Okay, I think we should make a sketch like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, but Asian style. And then it's always, you ask Asian questions, but then you get a white person to...
What do you... Oh, to answer or to ask him?
To answer.
Oh, I see.
And then they have 3 lifelines. One is asking Uncle Roger, You can only call one person, and the person's Uncle Roger.
Hiya.
Yeah. Hiya. That one also you don't know? Hiya. So stupid. What? You don't know how many signs on Chinese zodiac. So stupid. I don't want to help you. Bye. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Emma. You just wasted your one lifeline. So, do you want to try another option? Okay.
Call Evelyn.
No, the calling's done.
Hi.
So the other one,
Oh, yeah.
okay, I'll take the 50-50. 50-50. All right, so that one, it takes away 2 of the 4 answers, right? So now the answer is like 12, A, 12, D, 16. How many animals on the Chinese zodiac? That's the question.
Yeah.
So it's A, 12, D, 16. Oh, I still don't know. Let me ask the audience. And then the audience were all Asian, and we love seeing why people fail, so we all gave the wrong answer.
Yeah. 8. That's funny.
Who wants to be an Asian millionaire? That's
Who wants to be an Asian millionaire?
yeah.
That's funny.
Or who wants to be Asian? That's a sketch, actually. Let's think about
Who
that
wants to
one
be
day.
Asian? That could be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, your credentials to being Asian.
Yeah. Then you call your friend. Hey man, when you buy like stuff from the shop, what's the first thing you do? Oh, check for a discount? Yeah. That's what I thought. Yeah. A, lock in, final answer. A, check for a discount. Check for discount codes on websites. Yeah. Half-baked idea.
Gosh.
Half-baked idea.
You think? It's not bad. We can work something out.
Yeah. We
We can work it out.
And
It's
yeah,
fun.
before we end, Patreon people, sorry about the lack of a bonus episode for September because we were too busy, but we'll have 2 bonus episodes in October for you guys. So make it up for it.
It's been crazy busy. It's just stupid.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry about that. But we are recording one today after this one.
Yep.
And it's going to be juicy.
Yes.
Because we're going to talk about behind
sketch
the
show
scenes.
problems. Sketch show problems.
Well, not sketch. Don't phrase it like that. Sketch show problems. We're going to talk about how it is to work on a sketch show.
Oh, yeah. No problem. Sketch. Just good things so far. Only have been good things.
Okay.
Only good things. Only good things. All right. Listeners, don't watch Hamilton. Take the money you're gonna spend on watching Hamilton, put it in our
Watch
Patreon.
Hamilton.
No.
I mean, watch it on Disney Plus if you don't want to.
Yeah, watch it on Disney
£90
Plus.
because £90 is a
£30. Yeah, compared to £90. I wish I did that.
And if you do Disney Plus, then you get Little Mermaid, and you get Lion King, and you get Reflection, and you get Hercules, and so you'll be happy, Nigel.
Yes. I just want to sing along to my favorite tunes, man.
You just haven't learned Hamilton yet.
No, and I don't want to after hearing this music.
It's good.
No, it's not. All right, it's subjective.
Helpless.
It's subjective.
Look into your eyes, and the sky's the limit, and it's helpless.
Okay. All right, we have enough of Evelyn singing. Bye.